Okay. So it is 11:30 again in the middle of the morning, and I've gotten into the habit of going live, so I thought I would just pop in here again today and continue the habit of going live at 11:30. I thought I'd share with you a little bit about why business hypnosis. This is something that definitely comes up. Of I've got an interesting background. I've been a web designer in a previous life for 15 years or so. Burnt out in that business, worked for Eco Insulation, a franchise company, and helped them rebuild their franchise model so that it was valid and relevant and compelling, and it actually matched who they were in the marketplace. Built out their sales training, built their relationship model with their franchisees, which was an exciting gig that I did for a few years. I've taught online marketing at Georgian College. And in this iteration of life, I came into coaching thinking I will be a business coach. I will do communication coaching. We'll talk strategy and marketing. But what I found more and more is that the client that I attracted to me, it wasn't that they needed more strategy, new strategy in most cases. They'd been in business for a while, and they knew what they should be doing, and they were not doing it. And then sometimes they would go out to a conference, they'd go to a training, they would pick up a new guru, they'd get fired up about something, and then still not be doing it. So then they'd come to me and say, share what's going on. I'm struggling. What do I not know? Is it marketing? Is it messaging? And it was action. It was taking action as a business owner in their business that was missing. The sense of waiting for permission to do some of the things that needed to be done. The sense that they could lose their business if they made the wrong move. And I had seen this in franchise businesses, that the franchisee was afraid that somebody would take their franchise back. And so they were afraid to do the things that were bold, that actually matched their own genius zone. There is a totally different headset between being an employee and being a business owner. As the business owner, you aren't aiming to be the technician in the business. You are the visionary. You are the person who works on the business to position it, to do the sales work sometimes. Sometimes you'll delegate that as well. Understanding that your value comes from the business itself, not carrying out the little details of it. When I was a web designer, I burnt out at the end of that 15 or so years, because I went into a year where hackers were having hackathons, and there were a lot of pressures on my business that it was not equipped to handle. You know, when you put pressure on something that is weak, it will break. And my business model was weak. I did not have great boundaries. I had approached my business from a place where I hadn't really recovered from my childhood yet. I was still plagued by imposter syndrome, feeling unworthy. So I didn't have a solid contract. I didn't have a solid process. I didn't have great boundaries on my business. Where business hypnosis helps is we actually dig into the mindset and help you adopt the mindset of the business owner and understand what is really getting in your way. What are the rules that you're following that don't work for an entrepreneur? The idea that money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard to make money. You need to work harder. Even the beliefs that you might have about sales. Those are the things that were getting in the way of my client. And rather than having them suffer through and do the work and it being hard, what I can do with hypnosis is help make that work easier. I'm going to share a little slideshow, just the one slide here. If I can pop this up. Right now it is empty, but let's pop that into the screen. And when we are working with the brain, with hypnosis, one of the big things that I listen for is black and white thinking, where you're so locked in a tiny idea that all you see is that idea or what you think is the opposite. You don't recognize that you have choices. When you don't have goals for your business, this is where you are. When you don't have a vision of what success looks like, you're here, you're in the middle of an empty map, just doing things because they're landing in your lap. That is a very uncertain place to be. And if you were there when the pandemic hit and that added uncertainty landed on your lap, you're now sitting in a place of stress and fear and overwhelm and worry that is bogging you down. I've been there. I know it can feel like you will never get out of it again, that you just need to figure out how to survive and fake happiness and fake that you're okay so that people will keep sending you clients and you can keep dog paddling. But you're dog paddling and you feel like you're going under and like there is no shore. You're just here with no landmarks, nothing to swim towards, not even hope that it's going to get better, just hope that you'll figure out how to survive it. The transition from this place to a place of confidence and happiness and certainty and joy takes 2 to 4 weeks. And I just feel it is so important for you to know that when you step out of that mess, I sometimes refer to this as just stepping out of the river. If your life is a river that flows from one end to the other, and right now you're in the rapids and you are banging off those rapids, you can't even find a rock to hold on to. You step out of that river, we can look at it and notice where the quiet parts are, where the beautiful parts are, and choose to steer your raft in that direction. Then we can build you a bigger boat. Why not go down a beautiful river on a yacht instead of being immersed in the river, going under and banging off the rocks? When you have some perspective and you step out, all that stress and anxiety and fear and nonsense that's in the river, let's leave it there for an hour and just step out of it and have a conversation about where would you like to be. As we start working forward, the tools and the things that we put in place really feel miraculous. If they are missing, having a map when you're trying to get somewhere, instead of having that dot of, I don't know, I'm in the middle of nowhere, is transformative. It is night and day. Sometimes you're here, your business has swallowed you and you know it. It owns you and you are trapped. And again, this black and white thinking of feeling trapped or feeling stuck is not true. It is an illusion. You have freedom. You just cannot see it. You have brilliance and great choices that you cannot see from inside the snake. My job is to, again, bring you outside and let's look at it. Let's put your business up as though it's a movie that we're watching. Dissociate from the emotion and the fear and the worry and the anxiety and the doubt and the struggle and the shame, and just look at the data. Make some wise choices. Have a path forward that gets you so that you own the business. You're not swallowed by it. And then there's you're here. You're doing so many things. You're so busy inside your business. You are the chief cook and bottle washer. You're doing all the marketing, the social media, the sales, the delivery, the accounting, the administration, the bookkeeping. It's all you. And you're going so fast that you can't imagine having the time to delegate it. You can't imagine having the time to build a team. And at this point, you're thinking the only one who can do the work is you. You are the mouse. You have to do the work. You're the only one who knows how to do it, and you have no time to train somebody. When you step off that wheel, that hamster wheel, and start, much like we just did in the Confident and Bold Challenge, owning your day, you start your day half an hour earlier from a place of possibility and non-reactivity. Again, it will transform your experience of life itself. This is why I do business hypnosis, because you are trapped. Your conscious mind is worrying so hard that your unconscious mind does not have a chance to come out and be brilliant. Your unconscious mind is your potential. It is the source of your memory, your creativity, your trust, your hope, your play, your connectivity with the community and your ability to collaborate. Your place of abundance is there. Your conscious mind is your control freak, task managing, micromanaging vehicle that doesn't have a great deal of trust and collaboration built in. Underneath that worrying mind of being in survival mode with your business is where all of your potential, all of your power, all of your empowerment and your sense of self and hope and joy and deliberateness exist. This is why I'm a business hypnotist, because I can help you in 2 to 4 weeks unlock this and feel powerful again and be making wise decisions that send you in the direction that are why you started the business in the first place, why you decided you wanted to be an entrepreneur, and what you imagined that would be like. We can actually repaint that picture, rewrite your story, because if your movie needs better writers, business hypnosis is where that starts. I would love to have you have an experience of this. If you're curious at all, just reach out. On my website, you'll see there's a link called Work With Me. Go book a deep coaching strategy session and just experience, what is your unlocked potential going to look like for you? How could your business and thus your life be different? Enough is enough. Start unlocking your potential, your freedom, your joy, because it does happen very fast. Even if you've been struggling for years, I'm sorry, it does not take years to fix it. It takes decisions to fix it, and decisions that are transformative and paradigm shifting. I would be honored to be a part of your change, and I would love to show you your brilliance that currently is locked inside. Thanks for watching. Feel free to reach out, share some comments, share this with somebody that you think could use it. Just send it to them in Messenger as opposed to tagging them in the comments, because when people are struggling and having a hard time, they don't need you sharing that with the world either. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.